Take one deep, long breath. Exhale deeply. And try to feel the touch of air at your nostril. Now, with devotional attitude, we will recite a prayer. ओ शक्ति हमें दो, दया निधे, कर्तव्य मार्ग पर डट जाएं। ओ शक्ति हमें दो, दया निधे, कर्तव्य मार्ग पर डट जाएं। पर सेवा पर उपकार में हम निज जीवन सफल बना जाएं। पर सेवा पर उपकार में हम निज जीवन सफल बना जाएं। वो शक्ति हमें दो। हम दीन दुखी निवलों अबलों के प्रभु, सेवक बन संताप हरे। हम दीन दुखी निवलों अबलों के प्रभु, सेवक बन संताप हरे। जो हैं भूले भटके अटके, उनको तारे खुद तर जाएं। जो हैं भूले भटके अटके, उनको तारे खुद तर जाएं। वो शक्ति हमें दो, दया निधे, कर्तव्य मार्ग पर डट जाएं। पर सेवा पर उपकार में हम निज जीवन सफल बना जाएं। वो शक्ति हमें दो। Once again, take one deep, long breath, and while exhaling, slowly open your eyes. How do you feel? Energetic or sleepy? Okay. Have you heard the Satyanarayan Vrat Katha? several times. Do you know the meaning of this Satyanarayana Vrat Katha? Whatever we were singing, this is what is the meaning of Satyanarayana Vrat Katha. What is this Katha? वो Narad Yogi once came in this Mrityu Lok. You know what is this Mrityu Lok? Why we call it Mrityu Lok? So he came and saw that each and everyone is suffering, and thought that how to overcome their suffering, That idea came in his mind. He tried his level best, but he couldn't do anything. So he thought it is better to go to Kamalapati. So he went to Lord Vishnu. Then he said everything. I went to the Mrityu Lok and saw everyone is suffering, because of their deeds, whatever the deeds they have done in the past. Any means by which they can overcome. What Bhagavan said, Sadhu Prishtam Toyavatsa Lokanugrah Kanksha. The question which you have asked is wonderful. It is for the sake of others, and whenever anyone who thinks about the other or the welfare of the others, I must give something, Then, so this is what is the significance of this prayer which we were doing. So think about this. If you can help somebody or other, this is what is the purpose. This Mother Nature is giving us that kind of everything, only for the sake of others. So this is the significance of this prayer. Now, in the morning we started, in Bhagavad Gita, have you heard this second chapter? Sit Pragnasya Ka Bhasha. So that is what is the Samadhistasya Keshava. Samadhi. When you go beyond the pures of opposites, when you are staying in this balanced condition, this is what is Samadhi, nothing else. That is what Gita also says. There are different means by which you can achieve this Samadhi, and therefore the different name. When we were eating at that point of time, Swamiji raised one question in front of me when we were eating together. Swamiji said, so that is what I wanted to say, that no, you go beyond everything, This is a kind of preparation. When we say Shambhavya, Brahmarya or Khecharya or Yoni Mudrya, Mudrya is what you call, is the third vibhakti, K dwara, by which we are going to the state. So therefore, these are the means, and after the means, you go beyond this karma also. Karma does not become the cause of your liberation. Hard yogis have also accepted this, as in Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. There is no difference at all. These are the means by which you go beyond the limitations of this action karma. Panchada Bhakti Yogena Manumurcha Chadvidha. What is this Panchada and Chadvidha? Shambhavi Mudrika Kritva Atam Prataksham Maniyet. Shambhavi Mudrika Kritva. You have to do the Shambhavi Mudra. Atam Prataksham Maniyet. You have to actualize your own Atma. Bindu Brahmamayam. Drishtva Manastatra Nijojiyet. Now you have to Bindumaya Brahma, and you have to see, you have to contemplate and fix the mind there only. Kha madhye kuru chatmanam atam madhye cha kham kuru. What you have to do is ख मध्ये कुरुम आत्मान. You have to merge yourself in the ख मध्ये. ख stands for, and ख मध्ये is Brahman, nothing else, and fill yourself with Brahman. ख मध्ये कुरुचात्मानम, आत्मध्ये च खम कुरु. Then atmanam khamayam drishtva, then everything is brahmamaya, khamaya brahmamaya, na kinchitapi buddhyate, except that nothing is visible, visualizable to you. Sadanandamayo bhutva, then you have to be sadanand, becoming with perpetual bliss. Bhutva samadhistho bhamendara, then only you will go to the state of samadhi. अनिलम मंद वेगेन भ्रामरी कुंभकम चरेत. मंद वेगेन, स्लोली. वेग मीन्स नो फोर्स. मंद वेग, नो फोर्स. यू शुड नॉट अप्लाई द फोर्स. स्लोली भ्रामरी कुंभकम चरेत, एज यू आर डूइंग. मंदम मंदम रेचेद वायु. Slowly you have to exhale. Bring anadam tato. Automatically it will, the sound will become like a Bringanad. Bringanad, you know, like a bee. Antastham Brahmari Nadam Shrutva Tatra Mano Najet. You have to contemplate upon the sound which is being produced. Brahmari Nada. Samadhi Rajayate Tatra Charanda Yo Aham Ityatah. And that is what you will be able to reach the state of Samadhi, where only the Ananda. What kind of Ananda? Aham Ityata, nothing else. Khechari Mudra Sadhanat Rasno Urdu Gata Tada. When this goes upward, you know, Rasna. Rasna stands for the tongue. Yes, it is different. हाँ वो
इसको बता, इसके पहले ये रह गया, इसके बाद फिर ये भी लय सिद्धि है.
Yeah, that is what I have done in the morning.
मैं किसी योगन निद्रा नाद योग साधना.
Okay, I will take this one. I have no objection. Sadhanat Khechari Mudra Rasno Urdu Gata Yada. When your tongue go in the nasopharyngeal cavity, tada samadhi siddhi syat. Then only you will be able to accomplish the samadhi. साधारण क्रिया, स्याद भित्वा साधारण क्रिया. This is the simple, what you call, साधारण क्रिया, simple action. अथ रसनानंद योग समाधि. अनिलम मंद वेगेन भ्रामरी, ये तो हो गया ना. मंदम मंदम रेचेद वायु भृंगनादम तदो वेद. अंतस्थ भ्रमरी नादम श्रुत्वा तत्र मनोनयेत. समाधि जायते तत्र आनंदा सोहमिति मंदिर. Now, लय सिद्धि. योनि मुद्रा समासाध्य स्वयं शक्तिमयो भवेत. योनि mudra, it is very important mudra. Even though in the 25 mudras, this Yoni mudra is considered to be the best one, because with the help of this mudra you awakens your Kundalini Shakti. Samasadhya Shakti Mayo Bhavet. Again, as if you have become a full of that Shakti, you know. आगे क्या अक्षर है? रसने विहेत परमात्मने. सुश्रृंगार रसे नेव. सुश्रृंगार रसे नेव. सुश्रृंगार रसे नेव विहेत परमात्मा. Now, again, you become विहरित. भ्रमण आपका कहाँ हो रहा है? परमात्मा में, nothing else. That is what is the understanding. आनंदमया संभूत्वा ऐक्यम ब्रह्मणि संभवेत. आनंदमय, only bliss, nothing else. संभूत्वा ऐक्यम, oneness. संभवेत, only the oneness. You and the Brahman is become one. Am brahmeti चाद्वैतम समाधिस्तेन जायते. If you think on that I am Brahman, nothing else, so this is also called samadhi. Now Bhakti Yog Samadhi. Sukhiye Hriday Dhyayet Isht Dev Svarupakam. As in the morning we were discussing that whatever the Isht Devta, whatever your deity, that you have to Sukhiye Hriday in your own heart. Chintet Bhakti Yogena Parama Alad Purvakam. You should be happy before that. When you start contemplating on your deity, before that, halad purvakam, parama halad purvakam, that blissfulness. Nandashru pulkena, dash bhava parjayate. There are 10 bhavas of this bhakti, this thrilling experience kind. Pulkit, anandashru pulkena. Pulk is a kind of thrilling. When you रोम खड़ा हो जाना बोलते हैं ना, that is what is पुलक होना. It is a thrilling experience kind of. दश भावा प्रजायते समाधि संभवे तेन संभवे च मनोन्मनि. That is what is the state of मनोन्मनि, the highest conscious yogic consciousness, मनोन्मनि. मनोमूर्छा समासाध्य मन आत्मनि योजित. मनोमूर्छा समासाध्य मन आत्मनि योजित. परमात्मा समायोगात samadhi samapniyat. It says that manomurcha samasadhya. Now there is a procedure of this manomurcha samasadhya technique. You have to opt this technique. Man atmane yojit. You have to associate your manas in the atma. Paramatma samayoga, then atma and paramatma becomes one. Samadhi samapniyat. So then samadhi can be achieved. इति ते कथितम चंड समाधिर मुक्ति लक्षणम. This is what the Gheranda says to the Chandakapali. Iti te kathita chanda samadhir mukti lakshanam. This is what is the symptoms or the lakshan, characteristics of the samadhi. Raj Yog Samadhi Syad Ekatmani Eva Sadhanam. Only this Raj Yoga is a state of samadhi, it is a synonym of samadhi. So Raj Yoga is a samadhi syad, ekatmani eva sadhanam. Only you have to do this sadhana, that you have to become one with the Atma. Unmani sahaja avastha sarve chekatma vachaka. Unmani, you may call it Unmani, you may call it Sahajavastha, you may call it Raj Yoga, you may call it anything. These are the synonym terms for the Samadhi. Now, in the first chapter, Unmani, when your man, here you can see, when your mind gets attached to the soul, leaves everything with regard to the body and the phenomena associated it, it takes you upward. Unman means your man becomes one with the Atman. That is Unmani Avastha. Yes. So, in the beginning, it was discussed with you that Gheranda looks like a Vaishnavite because he has appreciated the Vishnu everywhere. What he says? Jale Vishnu, Sthare Vishnu, Vishnu Parvat Mastake, and Jwala Mala Kule Vishnu, Sarvam Vishnu Mayam, this Jagat. So everywhere, a Sufi Sant used to say, ये सिलसिला यहाँ का दुनिया के गुलेस्तां का, ये सब काम तेरा है, मेहरबानी है तेरी, पत्तों में तेरी रंगत, फूलों में तेरी लाली, तेरे ही फैज से है सरसब्ज डाली डाली. So Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. Sufi Sant also says like this. Nothing. If I talk in terms of Qawwali, then I would say जर्रे जर्रे और कण कण में हम तुमको निहारा करते हैं। ऐ राम तुझे मालूम नहीं हम कैसे गुजारा करते हैं। जर्रे जर्रे और कण कण में, एवरीवेयर, इन ईच एंड एवरी पार्टिकल ऑफ दिस यूनिवर्स, nothing exists except you. That is what Gerinda says about Lord Vishnu. Vishnumayam sarvam, everything is Vishnumaya. Jwala Male Kule Vishnu, sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. And then Bhuchara, Khechara, Chami, Javanto, Jiva Jatya. How many creatures are Bhuchara, Khechara? Whether they are walking on the ground, on the bhumi, or they are flying in the Akash. Khechara means Akash. Javanto Jiva Jatya. How many? 84 lakhs. What do you call it? Briksh Gulmalata Avallis Trinadya Bari Parvata. Everything. Sarvam Brahma Vijaniyat. Don't think that this is Valli. Don't think that this is Lata. Don't think that this is tea. Everything. Therefore, पत्तों में तेरी रंगत, फूलों में तेरी लाली, तेरे ही फैज से है सर सबज डाली डाली. So sarvam brahma vijaniyat, sarvam pachyati chatmani. Everything outside, whatever present outside, that present outside. So you have to see that kind of insight we have to develop. That is what is the purpose of life. Atma घटस्थ चैतन्यम अद्वैतम शाश्वतम परम. अद्वैतम, नो द्वैत भाव, शाश्वतम परम. आत्मा घटस्थ चैतन्यम अद्वैतम शाश्वतम परम. घटाद अभिन्नतो, घटाद भिन्नतो ज्ञात्वा वीतरागम विवासनम. Only you have to think it. Ghatad भिन्नतो, this separateness from the, at this moment we have associated ourselves with this body and phenomena associated with this. What is the phenomena associated with this body? This is me, this is mine, this is this. This is phenomena. So we have to be, but we have to know vivinnata gyatva. We have to think, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. Okay, everything belongs to the this prakriti. Gyata beat ragam vivasanam. Beat ragam, you do not have raga now. You have developed that kind of disinterestedness toward the worldly affairs. Beat ragi. Rag means attachment. Beetaha raga jasesa beat ragi. One who has renounced his attachments, his desires, it is called beat ragi. So, and your vivasam, your passion towards the worldly affairs. Evam mitha samadhi syad, evam mitha samadhi syad. Sarva sankalpa vivarjita. There's no kind of resolution. So when you understand that everywhere this is पत्तों में तेरी रंगत, फूलों में तेरी लाली, तेरे ही फैज से है सर सब्ज डाली डाली. When you get established in this thought, then he says, Sufi says, खुश हूं मैं उसमें जिसमें तेरी रजा है. खुश हूं मैं उसमें जिसमें तेरी रजा है. यूं भी बाबा है और त्यों भी बाबा है. Do you understand? So, don't understand? So you don't differentiate whether it is a pain or pleasure. You are not attached to the pain and pleasure thereafter. It is one and the same for you. There is no problem. So dehe putra dharadi bandhaveshu dhanadishu, where we remain attached by our son, this bandhaveshu, and arth kari va narth kari maya rupani seva bhiksha. We remain attached to all this. Sarveshu nirmamo bhutva. We remain infatuated with all this. So there is a one small. सभी हैं स्वार्थ के साथी, तेरे माँ बाप बहन भाई. सभी हैं. See, try to understand this. This is the meaning of this verse. सभी हैं स्वार्थ के साथी, तेरे माँ बाप बहन भाई. कोई ना साथ जाएगा जिसे कहता तू मेरा है. अरे मन किस पे भूला है, बता दे कौन तेरा है. Do you understand? So nirmama bhuta, you have to leave this kind of infatuation, and then only you will be able to reach to the state of samadhi. Tattum layamritam gopyam shivoktam vidina cha tesam sankshepa adaya kachitam mukti lakshanam. These are the few characteristics, symptoms of this what you call the mukti lakshanam, liberation. These are the symptoms of mukti, of the emancipation or the liberation. Tattum layamritam. There are many which are Shivoktam Vividanicha. The Lord Shiva has discussed about this. There are many things, only few. Sankshepat, only essence is described here. Gerinda says, Kathitam Mukti Lakshanam. These are the characteristics of Mukti. Iti Shri Kathit Chand Samadhi Durlabha Para Jam Gyatva Na Punarjanma Gyayate Bhumi Mandale. If you follow the path of this Gerinda, he says, you will stop the cycle of your birth and death. You will never come back to this Mrityu Loka. That is what he says. And iti Shri Girin Samitayam Saptamopadeshaha. Now we have to take the whole, what you call the round of the whole Girin Samhita once, so that a few points you will be able to remind yourself. So first chapter, in the beginning it was told, actually about Gerinda we do not know much about Gerinda, but the practice given by, the manual of practices given by Gerinda is very, very important. But these practices are not for the beginners. This is to be kept in mind. Those who are having the advanced practices, advanced people can work, otherwise you should not do this. In the first chapter he is talking about the how many yogangas he has accepted? 7 angas. How many? 7. How many? You will never forget now. How many angas? Patanjali accepts 8 anga, Goraksh accepts 6 anga, Swatmaram Adpadipika accepts 4 anga. There is a one Tejobindu Upanishad who accepts 15 angas. 15 angas. Now it was discussed with you that Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there is no sequential relationship with one to the other. You can start from anywhere as per your own capacity, ability. But Hatha Yogic practices cannot be done without one. Say for example, if you have to start the pranayama practice, what do you have to do? You have to do the asana, you have to do the shuddhi kriyas. If you don't do the cultural poses, if you are not able to sit for a long period of time in one posture, you are not fit for the practice of pranayama. Now second one is, unless you purify the system properly, you will not be able to sangrahane kshama, you will not be able to retain the vayu, you will not be able to perform the kumbhaka. Therefore, Gerinda emphasizes, if you compare this with the Hatapradipika says that no, if there is a problem, then only you should go for Shuddhi Kriya, otherwise Nadi Shuddhi, with the help of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayam, you will be able to eliminate the other impurities. But Gerinda does not compromise. He says, no, you have to. And how many, I have provided you the chart, please go through the chart, 21 cleansing processes. This is the only book which gives us the 21 processes of Shuddhi Kriyas. What happens to you with the Shuddhi Kriyas? Shodhanam. Shodhanam. Now second deals with the asana, and the concept of asana was discussed. It is not only according to Gerinda. How many asanas are there? 84 lakh asanas. And the people are talking that 84 asanas are very good with a view to overcome the physical problems, but there are only two most important asanas. They are said to be Siddhasana and Padmasana. And how many asanas are given by Gerinda? 32 asanas. And he has described all the 32 asanas systematically. In comparison to Ghatapradipika, in Ghatapradipika only 15 asanas are accepted. How many? 15. If you go to Charandas, only 2 asanas. If you go to Vishishta Samhita, there are only 10 asanas. Out of this, he has 4 asanas are meditative asanas. So the asana, the concept, it was made clear. People used to call Sthir Sukham Asanam. These are the what you call the principle of asanas. They are to be kept in mind while doing the asanas. Effortlessness is the key to be successful in practicing asana. This is what is to be kept in mind. Now coming to the third chapter, what is the third? Asanen Bhaved Dridam. Then third one is Bandhas and Mudras. What happens to you with the help of Bandhas and Mudras? Sthirta comes. You become steady with the help of, because you are dealing with the energy, these mudras and bandhas. What is the meaning of the term mudra? Mudam, Anandam, Rati, Lati, Iti Mudra. That which gives you Ananda. Means it gives the proper direction to the energy, and that is why you become happy, this blissfulness. Now, how many mudras are accepted by Gerinda? We are in 16 mudras, 4 bandhas. How many? 17 mudras and 4 bandhas. How many? 21. And 5 dharana. So 25 mudras. 25. 16 plus 4, 40 plus 5. Yes, not 17, 16. Okay, so 17 mudras he has accepted. Is it okay for you? Then pratyahar. The pratyahar is, we have to learn to regulate our natural instincts. Okay, we have to learn to withdraw ourselves. What is the principle of this pratyahara? We are not allowing our senses to run after the objects. We are not allowing them to associate with their object. And when you don't allow, your energy becomes introvert. Otherwise, in Kathopanishad it is said that our sensory organs, they are meant outside, they are running outside. So the purpose of this sadhana is to, we have to become introvert. As the same formula in 29 Sutra of the first chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Pratyek Chetana Digamo. Pratyek Chetana. Prang Chetana, when your energy is flowing outside through the senses, it is called Prang Chetana. So in Sanskrit, we have 2 words, Prang Chetana and Pratyek Chetana. So Prang Chetana is the extrovert and Pratyek Chetana is the introvert. So you become Pratyek Chetana Adhigama. How you are going to get? With the help of recitation of Pranava and contemplating on the meaning of this. Tad japas tadarth bhavanama. Tata Pratyek Chetanadhigamo apyantaraya abhavascha. There will be no obstacle in the path. So this is what, with the help of this pratyahar, unless you have thereafter the pranayama practice, and you know the sequence of the yogangas given by Gerinda is different than that of other. Say for example, Ashtanga Yoga. Pratyahar is given after pranayam, but Gerinda talks about the pratyahar before pranayam. So unless you develop that kind of control over your senses, you will not be a fit instrument for the practice of pranayam. Now with a view to do the practice of pranayam, as in Hatapradipika, Athasane Dede Yogi, Bashi Hitmitasana. You have to learn to sit for a long period of time in one asana, and then Bashi, you will have the control over your senses, and you have to take care of your food, Hitkar and Mitkar food. Gerinder talks about the place of the time, which time you should start your pranayamic practice. This is the time period, and you know this is October, November, and February, March. These are the Basant and Sharad. These are the two seasons where you are. And other season you have to avoid. What kind of place you should choose where there is no upadrav? Subhikshe, dharmike, deshe. That kind of place you have to choose where there is no disturbances at all. And so that you remain undisturbed in the beginning. So you have to choose that kind of place also. Before giving the practice of pranayama, he has discussed so many things. But the most important is Guru Upadishta Margena. Now you have to learn this pranayam from a proper master, proper guide, under the guidance of a master, because you are dealing with the energy. And Gerind also says, Swatmaram also says that you have to learn to control this energy as the ring master controls the wild animals. In the circus, you might have seen the elephant says namaste, sometimes lion says namaste. Who is training them? The ring master is training them. It takes lot of time. Therefore, if you practice wrongly, sarvarog samudbhava, many problems can be, you will become the victim of various problems. But if you practice it properly, under the guidance of a master, then sarvaroga kshayo bhavet, you will be able to overcome all kinds of problems. That is what. So, with regard to the Nadi Shuddhi pranayam, he has said two types of Nadi Shuddhi. Now, Nadi Shuddhi pranayam, he has suggested, which is that when he is talking about the Sahit pranayama, so Nigarbha and Sagarbha. Nigarbha and Sagarbha. Sagarbha is with the Bij mantras and Nigarbha is without the Bij mantra. Is it okay? Then it does not mean that all the 8 kumbhakas you have to practice. You have to practice whenever there is a need. Suppose there is a heat, you go for the Shitli Sitkari. When there is a cough and cold, go for the Surya Vedan or Bhastrika. Isn't it? If you want to awaken the Kundalini, it is better to do the Bhastrika pranayam, which is very, very important. And what is the technique of this Bhastrika? Kapalbhati plus Surya Vedan equal to Bhastrika. Is it okay? And then coming to the Dhyan. After, let me complete, because I will. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, so there are, according to, as I discussed with you what the 4 varieties of dhyana according to Charandasa, Padastha, Pindastha, Rupastha and Rupatit. If you divide this up to Rupastha, this is called Saguna Dhyana, and last one is said to be Rupatit is Nirguna Dhyana. Similarly, Gerind is also talking about the same. When you are visualizing on the different parts, he is Sthula Dhyana, then Jyoti Dhyana. Last one is Sukshma Dhyana. So first in the beginning you cannot do anything without this support, because we are habitual to take the support, Our chit cannot stay without support, without alamban. This need to be taken. So in the beginning we had to. So what kind of that, as if you are sitting in the garden, there are many, the birds are also. So there are that kind of attitude you have to. It is a kind of visualization you have to do, and with the help, and you have to take the initiation from the master. But today morning we have discussed a lot about the master. If you don't develop that kind of qualities within you, cultivate that kind of qualities, this will help you a lot to have that kind of master. A master will come automatically when you become eligible. So this is to be kept in mind. So long you are not getting the proper master, we should pay attention to the surroundings and we can learn so many things from the surrounding. Now, last one, that is what now we have discussed. Now it is open for discussion. Whatever the question, whether it is related to the first chapter or the second chapter or the third chapter or the seventh chapter. So you can ask me. 5-10 minutes will be given for discussion. Thereafter we'll close. I am very happy. Before I say something, before I listen your questions, I would like to thank Rana ji and his team for inviting me here for this Girin Samhita. Although my heart and soul lies in Yoga Sutra, although my heart and soul is lying in Yoga Sutra, in spite of that, he has given me this chance to go through, and I thought that it is better to give you some glimpses about Hatha Yoga. So with these words, once again, thank you very much for all of you for having this patient hearing and understanding my viewpoint. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
My question related to the pranayama.
Related to the pranayam, yes, sir.
So, the first sequencing, first you told that this Kapalbhati,
Yes.
then Agnisar,
Both sometime, unless you practice Udyan Bandh and Agnisar, even though your Kapalbhati practice will be something wrong. So in the beginning, before Kapalbhati, you should practice Udyan in standing position. How to do this Udyan? That we have shown you. Just you have to stay, you have to bend little forward, and then you have to exhale. My humble suggestion, according to him, 2-3 times we can exhale through the mouth, so whole air will come out. That is the purpose. So you have to bend little down, exhale, and posterior stretching in standing position. What happens to you with the help of this practice? It generates a kind of negative pressure. Vacuum is created within you. Why we are creating this vacuum? So that the prana, which is revolving at the perineum part, can jumps into Sushumna Nadi. That is what is the purpose of doing this. But while doing this, we have to keep in mind that unless you are perfect in Uddiyana or Agnisara or Kapalbhati, your practice of pranayam will be fertile. Therefore, in the beginning, learn properly this Agnisar, Udyan. Sushmit ji, are you agree with me with this statement? Because he is a practitioner. I am also a practitioner, don't think. I cannot do like him because my capacity is different. I have no hesitation to tell this, but I am a practitioner of all this, whatever I am discussing with you. So, this is very good that you should do. Shatbaram, you will not be able to do Shatbaram, this as he was performing, but he has a capacity to do. He has developed that kind of capacity through his practice. But you can do it. If you are able to do it 5 times, 6 times, you can increase the number, isn't it? So slowly you will develop that control over your abdominal muscles. And once you develop these muscles, with the help of this only, you will be able to rotate the nauli also as he was giving pressure. That is what is our technique we are doing as he was doing. So nauli also can be done with the help of this. For the sake of prana, if you are having the background of these kriyas, these practices, your pranayama practices will be fruitful. There will be no. But during the pranayam, now as Girenda has given, that first you have to inhale, then kumbhakadav, kuryastu udyanaka. That is what he has said. This practice only Sushmit ji can practice. But according to me, as per our scientific investigations, whatever the investigation we have carried out, sometimes it may harm you if you practice like. He has a capacity, he can, so pran can go in a different paths and it can harm you. Therefore, in the beginning, try to practice the Mool Bandha, and while practicing the Mool Bandha, remember that it is not only the NS lock, you have to lift little bit the sphincter, and automatically there will be a NS lock. Okay, and then you inhale so that the pran. Then second number is Jalandhar Bandha. Okay, what is the purpose of these two bandhas? Pran is having a Urdu Gati, Apana is having a Adho Gati. So you have to lift the Apana and you have to, okay, so this is what, and when you and do the Kumbhakas and you complete the Kumbhakas, when you start the Rechkas, along with the Rechka you have to apply the Udyan Bandha and Udinam Kurte Mahakhaga. Therefore, the Pran, with the help of this, the Pran can jump into Sushumna. That is the sequence of. Friends, whether you do, if you are capable to hold the prana, as you start this Kumbhaka part, you have to apply the Mool Bandha. First round to the end round, you have to follow this instruction. This is my humble, but at least 3 months when you are, so long you are not perfect in doing so, you have to do only inhalation and with the exhalation. Don't apply the Kumbhaka part. When you are capable, when you understand that, okay, so that kind of control you have developed upon yourself. So thereafter, automatically you will. What you do? Just you inhale. And when you inhale completely, there is a pause inside, automatic pause. Try to extend the time of this pause. When you exhale completely, after exhalation, there is a pause outside. So extend the time of this pause little bit. Automatically, you will be able to introduce the retention part, the Kumbhaka part. Is it okay? So I think I have.
So first is that we have to start with Udyan one with Agnisar.
When this is control is to be developed.
Control
It does not mean that
I am practicing.
in the beginning you have to do Kapalabhati first for the sake of pranayam. Before Kapalabhati, you should be perfect in all these kriyas, Udyan Bandha and Agnisar. Is it okay? Anything else? You will be given last because you are my student. So you will be given last. Yes. Of course, you are free, my dear. Okay, I will sing.
Every song goes up there. Regarding Hatha Yoga, the times are changed. Times have changed. Our body times have changed because good adulteration. So Hatha Yoga is not a modern man. For this generation, Hatha Yoga doesn't suit. You can use Hatha Yoga just for to keep yourself healthy and fit, but not for realization. Maybe money and millions can use it if you are not living in a city somewhere else. So it's not a thing for us.
But I have to make a comment on this.
I finished that. So body is not strong, food is not correct, lifestyle is not correct. And there is no time for modern man to practice all these extreme practices. And it's never suitable for women for realization. It's a path of the male and masculine energy. Maybe some minds are masculine and feminine, ladies are feminine. Some men can be feminine mind also. And it's not a path for feminine mind. It's a path of the doer. Some ego path. Other path is a tantra, other path is a receptive path, feminine path. It's a path of a doer, path of will. So people who are feminine in nature, they cannot choose this path for realization. And it can lead to siddhis and can be distracted. In Kali Yuga, bhakti and siddhi, the name of God is the easiest path. And you can use the path of Hatha Yoga to stay yourself healthy, and not nothing else more than that. Use Hatha Yoga. Genuine, real masters, you can never Yoga to remain healthy, hands for Karma Yoga, is the knowledge of Jnana of Advaita, leading on to Raja Yoga of Dhyana. This is the path. So, use Kumbhaka here. Sir has told about Kumbhaka. Kumbhaka Nana use this to use. And even if you use Kumbhaka, don't go by the book text like 16, 64, 32.
Yes.
Just use Kumbhaka as much as you are comfortable and happy. That's the rule of Kumbhaka in the modern state. So don't never go by book. Just inhale, hold it as long as you are comfortable, such that your next breath is coming up very smoothly. That's the knack and that's the technique. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Sushmit ji. Wonderful things we should appreciate. 2-3 things. And to be very, very frank, when we householders are talking about the Hatha Yoga or Raj Yoga or this yoga or that yoga, we have to keep in mind that we are not practicing this for the self-realization. Correctly, he has said. What is the purpose? To become a good human being, number one. You should learn to help others. Because so long we are in the vicious circle of this me and mine, we forget our duty towards others. So this will be awakened with the help of Satan. If you want to keep, he has said, but we should not forget the principles. Hatha Yoga Vidya Raj Yogaya Upadishyate. If your practice is not making you humble, if there is a ego inflammation that you can do this and you can do that, then you are going to harm yourself. Very correctly he has said. Therefore, I would suggest that when I was talking with regard to the asanas, it is not only the physical, what you call the attitude, but it is also the mental attitude. You must understand this and contemplate upon this aspect. When you are performing plow pose, why we are plowing the field, we should understand, we should give thought to it. Why we are plowing the field? Why we are doing Brikshasana? What are the characteristics of Brikshasana? What are the characteristics of lotus posture? Why this Lord Krishna again and again tells to Arjuna, live like a lotus and you Yuddhasva, go for fighting. Live like a lotus. So you have to give thought to all these aspects. So mental attitude should also be kept in mind while practicing asana or anything else. Now he has very correctly said that, but if you are interested for the higher, if you want to unfold your spiritual dimension, then I would suggest you to go through the Shiv Samhita, wherein you will find that the person who is having this kind of quality can take up the Hatha Yoga. Person having this kind of quality should go to Mantra Yoga, and person having this kind of quality should go to the Raj Yoga or Lay Yoga. So all these, everything is available, but the most important part that I would like to make here, this point, that every one of us is unique. Whatever is suitable to me may not be suitable to others. Therefore, keep yourself under observation all the time. You should be vigilant all the time while in eating or while in practicing. Eating, you have to decide what kind of food stuff is not suitable to my temperament, to my constitution. That who has to decide? No dietitian can let you know, because you are the best master of your body as well as your mind. So therefore, if you develop this awareness, I think your practice is fruitful. If you are applying this in your day-to-day life, it means you are successful in your practice. So at least you have to develop that awareness. You have to add your awareness to your each and every action. Your action should become, the way I was involved with you, it was a kind of sincerely and devotedly I wanted to finish this book, This was my idea that though it is mentioned only the 2 chapters, but we'll try to complete so that you will get a whole idea about this Ghiran Samhita. That was it. So whatever you do, wherever you are, that kind of mindset. If you are sannyasi, why you are sannyasi? What is the purpose to be a sannyasi? Whether you are going in the right path, being a sannyasi, or you are doing something else. This question we have to ask to ourselves. If you are a householder, what are the duties of a householder? If I am a student, what are the duties of a student? As a mother, what are the duties of a mother? If a father, what are the duties of a father? Swa karmani abhirataha samsiddhim lavate nara. That is what Bhagavad Gita also says. Friends, if you are interested to unfold the spiritual dimension, that can also be done. It does not mean that you have to run away from the householdership and this life and you have to go to the forest. No, you can remain in the house, you can enjoy everything, whatever but you should obtain that key which keeps you aloof like a lotus. That is what that key can be obtained through the practice of this yoga. And yoga, I would say, whatever is suitable to you. I don't say that do this yoga or that yoga. That you have to decide. Yeah, of course. And today you have to share your own views also. Yes.
I would like to share some points with you all. Now that we have studied about yoga, at one stage in my life, I had wanted to become a hard yogi. My background goes from gymnastics, athletics, boxing, swimming. These are the sports which I had pursued in the academy and as a young officer. I was not a mountaineering. So I had taken to hard yogi practices seriously when I was about 24 years old. And at that time I did not have any guru or anything. I read a book, saw a thing, and I just did it. And I saw no problems in doing it. Like this Noli Kriya, I picked up in 2 days. And just as they had said, Dand, Vam, Dakshan, Akshan, pura 2 din mein kar diya. Like this Neti Kriya, Sutra Neti and all these things. I just read a book that Vivekananda went to the bathroom and did it. He had said that you drink water through the nose, you will get a coolness of mind. So I just went into the bathroom and immediately I didn't have a load, I didn't have anything, and I just did it. It happened. So I have no problems in doing anything because I am basically very flexible. Now, of course, due to some misfortunes, I could not pursue. But here I would like to bring out a very important point. The important point is that suppose we have taken to a path, and whatever the obstacles which come in the path, if we continue on that path is going to pay us handsome. It pays us back. You see, I have not seen a single person, I have seen many surgeons who have not seen a single patient who have broken as many bones as I have in the lower limbs. I don't have one muscle. I have got a cut nerve. The length of my legs is different. I have got a problem called foot drop. My joints don't move. From the age of 26, I have had severe osteoarthritis in all the 6 lower joints. But today, I suffer no pain. I suffer nothing. I can walk with you all, I can swim with you all. I used to take my regiment for runs when I was 2IC of a regiment. When I was commanding a unit, I used to take my unit for runs. I used to take on the youngsters and everything. And that was all thanks to hard yoga. What I am saying is that we can make a selection as per our requirement and as per our tendencies. Please don't say it is difficult. Because the moment I say something is difficult, I put up a wall in front of myself. So don't say anything is difficult. ahead and do it. And you'll find the way how to do it, or you may not do it. That's a different thing. But don't make a wall in front of yourself. There is one thing that I would like to say. The Shat Kriyas are extremely good things. Please learn as many as you can. The Shat Kriyas are extremely good things. Please learn as many as you can. Like the Jalaneti. Susaneti gets a little complicated for some people, but Jalaneti one can always do. One can always take water in his mouth and take it out to the nose. One can always drink water through the nose. It does not take any effort. It does not take any time. Kapalbhati, yes, it is very important. Now, Prataka, very important. If we don't do it on a candle, we can do on a spot. But please do some Pratak every day. Try and do a little Pratak every day. Hastrika, if you can do, it is very good. Udyan Ban, Nauli, Agnisar. I recommend all three every day for everyone. Please don't say I cannot do Nauli. Just do it. It will take 2 months and you will do it. Please don't say I cannot do it. Do it. That is what the whole story is about.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Am I right, sir?
Okay, you are
Then
correct.
one more point I want. He said that it is not recommended for women or something of that nature. I totally disagree. I personally feel that yogic asanas and yogic kriyas are very, very useful for women.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, it is correct. Dear friends, whatever is suitable to your temperament, that you have to choose and you have to practice. As it was told time and again, the scripture is also a super bazaar. When you go to the super bazaar, you have a definite selection, Do your selection and accordingly you proceed further. Okay? So, it depends. So, Swamiji wanted to say something. Yes. Pardon? Yeah. Yes. Actually, when you are actually this when we are talking about laya, so when internally arose the sound, when you merge with this sound, this is laya. So Raj mantra and Hat mantra, laya and Raj. Though we are talking them as a separate, but there are certain common practices of each other we are using. In mantra yoga also you are using the asana, you are using the pranayama also. So what I wanted to tell is that internally arose the sound. When pran and apan they meet together, different kind of sounds, we call it nada anusandhan. Nada. This is internally aroused sound. When you listen that sound, when cobra listens the sound of Veena, what happens to the cobra? It dances like anything. It merges with the sound. Similarly, when your manas listen this sound, internally aroused sound, this is a kind of laya, you become one. It is a merging. Laya is a merging. It is a kind of merging. I would like to let you know that water and milk, when this both are separate, water is pure, milk is also pure. When you mixed it, the water becomes impure as well as the milk also becomes impure. Isn't it? But there is a swan, Hansa, who takes out the milk and leaves the water. That kind of capacity we have to develop within us. This is also, people used to give this example. This is a kind of laya. This is you should have that you should have that ability to suck the milk and leave the water. Means whatever is unnecessary. That is what I was talking about. Your this after completing this karma, you go beyond the limit, and that is what is the only milk you are getting, and you are leaving the everything. Even the karma is also left behind. karma does not become the cause of your liberation. You have to leave, you have to drop this also. So therefore this laya is a merging, but it has to do with something with the internally aroused sound. And when you continuously listen that sound, thereafter this internally aroused sound and the sound which is going on incessantly, this is one and the same sound. Thereafter you don't recognize the object of this world on the basis of its name or form. Thereafter you recognize the word, this object, on the basis of its vibrations. As the snake up to 50 feet away, if 50 feet away there is some vibration, snake catches that vibrations. Have you heard this? So this is, you understand the object, your understanding will be different about the objective world thereafter. So that is what is the merging with the laya, is the merging with that internally aroused sound. Anything else? Yes? Yes. Rana ji wanted to say something. Okay. So, yes.
One is about pranayama.
Okay.
This kumbhaka should be practiced with the three bandhas as is explained in chapter 5, verse 49.
Of course, when you are talking about, number one, in Hadyogic literature, particularly in Hat Pradipika, Kumbhak is a synonym of pranayam. Keep this in mind. Purpose is to tackle the energy which is revolving at the perineum part. That is the purpose. So internal Kumbhak is given too much emphasis in the yogic literature. Therefore, you can say this energy cannot be tackled without the help of three bandhas.
Yes, but as per explanation with this form.
Of course, you have to apply. Second question,
Second question is about kriya.
Kriya.
Because we told it's very important that kriya anus cleansing.
Anus cleansing.
I want to know how is the practice with kurkuma. Is it only the opening or is the part erectus?
He is talking about the two types of basti also. You have to go to the water up to this point. Okay? You have to perform the Kukutasana. You know Kukutasana? You have to perform the Kukutasana, and then in the beginning, unless you practice the Shashmani Mudra, you will not be able to open and expand and contract, expansion and contraction. This should be practiced previously. Then only you will be able to do it. Then you have to suck the water through the anus. Okay? And then, in Kukutasana, again I would suggest that if you practice Uddiyana Bandha, automatically the water can be sucked inside because of the vacuum which is created, negative pressure. So this is, and then you have to rotate that prana with a view to clean the colon part, and then you have to leave the water. It needs, person like you should not go for this practice. This is my humble suggestion to you.
I understood. But I refer to the practice with kurkuma.
With
With the kurkuma. Or some turmeric.
turmeric, yes, that is called Ganesh Kriya, in other words. That is the Ganesh Kriya. You have to, this is soft, very soft, but I think that this should also not be inserted in the anus, because sometimes there may be injury, and therefore it should be avoided. Long back people were practicing. Nowadays, this is a simple formula to do this colon cleaning with the help of Ayurvedic enema. Nowadays, you can take that one. Automatically the water is up, so it goes down and you can flush. The no colon part can be cleaned. So that can be recommended to you. But you should not, unless you have that control over the muscle, you will not be able to suck the water. Don't apply. Further, the Ganesh Kriya, whenever, with a view to clean the anus area, instead of putting this Hritiki, root, the stem part of this Hritiki, it is better to do the Madhyama, this Ungli, this left ungli, not right.
Okay, the means is only the opposite.
And that can be applied.
Okay. Means is not.
And thank you very much.